wasn't my PlayStation 4 exclusive. Here is Kit's moves, bold predictions on my success, on my game. It's gonna be awesome. Woo! All right, I got four bold predictions for Spider-Man PlayStation 4 regarding its Metascore, its sales, its views, its whatever. Sit back, relax. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. Prediction number one is dedicated to Metacritic and Metascores. Now, if you watched my last video, I did say, hey, Spider-Man is anticipated to be the best rated Spider-Man game in like forever. And yes, I'm upping up the ante. I predict that Spider-Man PlayStation 4 will come in at a fat 92 Metacritic score, all positive reviews, breaking the records, because currently there's not a Spider-Man game that I know of, according to my research, that kind of broke over like 87, 88, and you have to go back some years. But Spider-Man is looking all sorts of hot. Insomniac's behind it. The graphics are there. The story trailer is dope. People are really behind this game, and the previews went out and it all seems relatively positive. So you have to take what's being said in these previews and kind of apply them and see what's the realistic option here. Spider-Man. Now, according to the PlayStation fan base, a lot of the predictions is for this game to be rated as high as God of War, or to sell beyond God of War. So hey, a 92 is not too far-fetched. Now, personally, I said in the Weapon Wheel I expect about an 88 or 89, but then I had to sleep on it, and I wouldn't be surprised if Spider-Man landed a big fat 92, making PlayStation's, I don't know how many games that they had this year that ranked over a 90, but this would be probably the third or the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. It could potentially be the second, because unless I'm mixing 2017 and 2018 all in together, it's just been so much. 92 is my bold prediction for the Metascore for Spider-Man. And for my second bold prediction for Spider-Man PlayStation 4, I expect high sales, breaking records. Yes, no, not just breaking records, but breaking God of War's record, and of course its own record. Now, this comes from PlayStation fans, PlayStation fanboys, people I've been interacted with on Twitter, who expect this game to outsell God of War, which is a pleasant surprise. I mean, people, you would think because Spider-Man more mass appeal, and Spider-Man's just been kind of in our pretty much has been pushed to us over the last couple of years when you consider the Avengers movies and the new Spider-Man movie. So there's a little hype riding on, and the game's just been advertised for just far too long. So we're expecting high sales. Now, if we think about it, God of War in its first week, in its first 3 days out, actually sold 3.1 million units. That's pretty big for 3 days, right? Now, could Spider-Man PS4 potentially do that? Can it eclipse that? Can it do that? 3 million, 3 days? And the answer is probably so. And how much do I expect it to do within that time frame? I expect it to do 3.5 to 3.7 million in its first week, and probably closing out the month of September about almost 6 million sold total, which would make give it a higher sales count than God of War, and on its way to the best-selling Spider-Man of all time, eclipsing all Spider-Man sales, and will probably blow past the total lifetime sales of the best-selling Spider-Man game in a matter of a month and a half or so. But what are your thoughts? I mean, is it really possible? Well, why is it possible for this to happen? You got the PlayStation behind it. The marketing has been superb. They've been actually advertising this game. I believe I saw this thing on TV in 2016, which was kind of odd, but it did happen. And the fact that it has the right amount of hype. It's just like it could not have come out at any better time. And it won't just Spider-Man won't just win NPD, be the #1 selling game of September. It's going to take that pretty easily. It's going to be the #1 selling game in September, almost pushing 6 million, if not pushing 6 million for the month. It would also help PlayStation take home another hardware NPD. Yes, PlayStation 4 will be the #1 selling console this September. And most importantly, because of Spider-Man and the Spider-Man custom PlayStation 4 Pro consoles and the PlayStation Slim consoles that are themed after Spider-Man, which is expected to be a big seller. Matter of fact, I believe some of these pre-orders were like selling out. So somebody's going to have to knock Fortnite and whatever game out of the #1 spot for being streamed on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. Spider-Man is going to be that game for at least 2 days of being the #1 watched game and probably finishing in the week at least in the top 3 to top 5 most viewed on Twitch and Mixer. Mark my words. Now, this is an easy prediction. It's going to be new. It's going to be hot. How long will it last? I say a week. I say after week 2, it'll fall out and people will enjoy the game, and instead of watching a game, and Fortnite will rightfully return to, and all those other weird games will rightfully return in their top spots of being watched on Twitch. But Spider-Man is going to unseat a few games for that week from September 7th to September 14th, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see, because I'm going to see a whole lot of screenshots of views and top most viewed Twitch games and Mixer games, and it's going to be nice sight for a comparison. So I don't know what to say. That's probably not really a bold prediction. That's probably more of an expectation. And for my last bold Spider-Man PlayStation 4 prediction, as of October 1st, the game will be deemed a complete afterthought, with no one else left playing it but those who are trying to get the platinum trophy 100% completion. But all in all, sounds like a very successful run. I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. So if you liked the video, hit it. If you disliked the video, I already know. Otherwise, check out my other videos. All right, you guys have a good night.